Now, let's bring in the man of the hour, the man in charge of writing the tax plan, Congressman Kevin Brady. Welcome to the program, sir. Great to have you back.
Thanks for having me, Stuart.
Now, what's all this about changing and messing around with the 401k? That's wildly unpopular. Are you going to touch it, or are you going to get that proposal out of here?
So here's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to strengthen 401ks and IRAs, and we're going to make them bigger. We are also, beyond that, good news, I'm working with the president on exactly those two areas, and we're looking at ways how we can help Americans save more and save sooner. And Stuart, here's the problem. Those 401ks, most people are saving $200 or less a month. That won't do it in retirement. They're going to be in trouble. So we're asking experts, how can we help these families save more? And so we're working to reach a good solution there. If not, we'll leave them as they are. But I think we can help people save more and earlier in their life, which is really key.
Okay, fair point. Now, sir, the other big issue here is state and local taxes. At the moment, you get a deduction for paying those state and local taxes. The proposal is that that deduction goes away. You can hear the screams from miles away from Republicans who live in high-tax states. Now, I'm told there is a negotiation going on here, that it won't necessarily get rid of the deduction entirely, but it will restrict it. Give us the state of play, if you would, sir.
Yeah, so it's very important that we help Americans keep more of what they earn, regardless of where they live. And we are very cognizant that some states and some communities just sock the local taxpayers, and it's very hard for them. So we are working with our local lawmakers from those states to find good ways to help people keep more of what they earn. Here's where we do agree. Keeping help for home mortgage and charitable, the child and the college credits, keeping them in place for families. But we're going beyond that to find out ways we can help with those taxes, especially on the property side of things. We don't have a solution yet, Stuart. We're still listening and working, but I'm hopeful that before this tax plan goes to the floor, we found a good solution with these lawmakers.
Now, we talked to Claudia Tenney, Republican, upstate New York. Talked to her earlier this morning. She's talking about a compromise on state and local taxes. The compromise would be you get the deduction up to an income of $400,000 a year. Above $400,000, you lose the deduction. That would just murder upscale, higher income people who live in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Illinois, California. Your voters, high-income people, would end up paying more if it's above $400,000 that you lose that deduction. What do you say?
So I don't believe that's the case, but here's the first point. So that proposal is one of several we're discussing with others. Secondly, don't forget, we're lowering taxes on all Americans at a number of different levels. And so we know, as we're working with these lawmakers, that if you couple lower taxes, a bigger child tax credit, and we work to find a compromise on state and local, we can help Americans in every bracket keep more of what they earn. That's exactly, Stuart, where we're trying to find that common ground.
Nancy Pelosi says that 82% of the tax cut will go to the top 1%. Your comment?
No. They're making it up. And this is why they haven't seen the plan. They're just sort of pulling numbers out of the air. And I think, Stuart, at the end of the day, they're so used to just parroting tax cuts for the wealthy, they don't really have anything else to say. What we do know from John F. Kennedy and President Reagan working with Democrats, that if you do top-to-bottom tax cuts, help people grow their paychecks, get the economy moving, boy, Americans are better off at every income level. That's what we want.
Senator Orrin Hatch says we might not get the full repeal of the estate tax. Full repeal, I believe, is part of the plan. Where's that going to end up?
It is. So I'll tell you from the House standpoint, we think the death tax is the most un-American tax in the code. It's the #1 reason family-owned farms and businesses aren't passed down. And getting rid of it will create 140,000 new jobs in America. So we believe it's time to end the death tax once and for all. Death should not be a taxable event, and we want to see the economy grow more.
You'll ruin the business of estate tax accountants, and I think you know that. Will we get details on the tax plan? I think, is it next Wednesday, sir?
Yes, sir. That's where it comes from. And I'll tell you this, when you're going to see the details on the tax plan, good summaries and all, but there'll be more in this regard. We look to make improvements at every step. So we'll lay out the tax plan for the American public to weigh, listen. We'll begin immediately to consider making changes and improving it. We're Republicans. We believe you try to improve these things at every step in the process. So it is historic. So in the next 2 weeks, we begin this pretty big challenge.
You'll never get any sleep. Kevin Brady, Congressman, heads the House Ways and Means Committee. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. You
Thanks.
are the man of the hour, and we appreciate you being here.